Dear students, we are going to start with the new chapter, that is chapter number 6, lines and angles. In this, I am going to cover importance of lines and angles. So why we need to study lines and angles and what is its importance. Then we are going to learn the definition of collinear and non-collinear points, when we are going to call the points as collinear points and non-collinear points. Next, angles definition, different types of angles, adjacent angles, complementary angles, supplementary angles, linear pair of angles, and vertically opposite angles, intersecting lines, non-intersecting lines. So first we'll start with importance. See, so if you want to study the rays of a light, how they are, say at what angle at what angle rays will travel and at what angle rays will intersect. If you want to know, you should have an idea of lines and angles. Even if you want to find the distance between ship and the lighthouse, and if you want to find the distance between the buildings, heights of a building and a person, so you need to know the idea of lines and angles. If you know the idea of lines and angles, we can apply this knowledge to find the distance between the object which are at far distance. Next, collinear, non-collinear points. See, when the points are lying on the same line, the points are lying, say A, B, C, D are lying on the same line, then we call them as a collinear points. If the points are not lying on the same line, then we call them as non-collinear points. See, A, B, C, D are non-collinear because they are not lying on the same line. So next, adjacent angle. See, before that we'll learn the definition of angle. See, this is the point. From this point, two rays are emerging. So, the measure of distance between these two arms is nothing but angle. So, when the two arms emerging from a common point or an end point, we term them as an angle. See, ABC is an angle and A is a common point. From common point, AB and AC are two rays which are emerging. So, the measure of the distance between two arms that are rising from the common vertex or a common end point, we call it as an angle. Then, what do you mean by adjacent angle? See, okay, in this, AC is common. See, if I consider angle CAD and angle BAC, in this AD and AC, the two arms are making one angle. Here AC and AB, the two arms are making one more angle. See, which arm is common here? So AC is a common here. AC is common. So whenever between the two angles, one arm is common, and the other two non-common arms should lie on either side of the common arm. So then those angles we call them as adjacent angles. If I take angle BAD and angle ACD, are they adjacent? So what is common here? Arm AD is common in both the case. See, angle BAD, angle CAD, AD is common. Are these adjacent to each other? Are these adjacent angles? No, because our condition was there should exist one common side, one common arm, and the non-common arm should lie on either side of the common arm. But in this case, both the non-common arm, that is AC and AB, are lying on the right side of this one. But left, see, our condition to call it as a adjacent angle. So to the common arm, the non-common arm should lie on either side of the common arm. Then only we call it as a adjacent angle. So because of that, this is not a adjacent angle. Then what about CAD and BAC? See, AC is a common arm and AD and AB are non-common arms which are lying on the either side of the common arm. So adjacent angles are the angles which has one common arm and one common vertex. One common side, one common arm and one common vertex. Okay, next. Complementary angles. See, if two adjacent angles A, B, C, D, if two adjacent angle, when we see the sum of, if the sum of two adjacent angles, that is angle BAC plus angle CAD, if their sum is equal to 90 degree, then we call them as complementary angle. We call them as complementary angles. Other case, if A, B, C, D, if the sum of two adjacent angle, that is angle CAD plus angle DAB, if they are equal to 180 degree, then we call them as a supplementary angles. The sum of angles should be equal to, sum of two adjacent angles should be equal to 180 degree, then we call them as supplementary angles. Whereas if the sum of two adjacent angle is equal to 90 degree, we call them as a complementary angles. Okay, next. Linear pair. Linear pair, this is a linear pair. See, linear pair wherein the sum of two angles should be, if the sum of two angles is equal to 180 degree, then we call it as a linear pair. Either we call it as supplementary angles or we call it as a linear pair. See, the sum of adjacent angles should give us 180 degree. Next, vertically opposite angles. Before that, these are the two lines. Okay. So these are the lines which will not intersect at any point. Then, and the perpendicular, the common perpendicular drawn between the two lines is same across all points. The length of perpendicular, common perpendicular drawn between the two lines, this line L1 and L2 should be same. Then we call these lines as parallel lines because they will not meet at any point. So even if we extend to any point, so they will not meet. So other lines where when you draw a perpendiculars, common perpendicular, they are not equal and they are going to meet after extending to a certain distance. These are called intersecting lines. These are called intersecting lines. When two lines intersect each other, then we call them as intersecting lines. Next is vertically opposite angles. L1 and L2 are the two lines. L1 and L2 are the two lines. When they intersect at a point, their pair of opposite angles will be equal. These angles are called vertically opposite angles. See, A, B, C, D, and the point, let the point of intersection be O. So in this case, angle AOC is equal to angle BOD because they are vertically opposite angles, and angle COB is equal to angle AOD. So the two lines intersect, the opposite angle will be equal. Next, before that I forgot this. There's different types of angles. What are the different types of angles? Based on the angle measurement, see, if the angle lies between 0 less than S, let S be a particular angle, S should be 90. If the angle lies between this range, we call it as a acute angle. We call it as acute angle. If the angle is equal to, see, if the angle is equal to exactly 90 degree, we call it as right angle. We call it as right angle. If the angle is greater than 90, if angle is greater than 90 and less than 180, we call it as obtuse angle. We call it as obtuse angle. If the angle is exactly equal to 180 degree, if the angle is equal to 180 degree, we call it as a straight angle. We call it as a straight angle. If the angle lies between 180 degree, which is less than S, which is less than 360 degree, we call it as reflex angle. We call it as reflex angle. If the angle is exactly, if it is equal to 360 degree or 0 degree, if it is 360 degree or 0 degree, we call it as complete angle. We call it as complete angle. Okay, these are the 6 different types of angle. Next, we discussed what are intersecting lines and non-intersecting lines. Now, okay, next, based on the previous explanation, we'll understand 2 axioms. So first axiom means self-explanatory statement which is accepted everywhere. Okay, we need not prove it. It is self-explanatory. His first axiom is, if a ray stands on a line, then the sum of 2 adjacent angles so formed is 180 degree. What does it mean? See, if it is a line, okay, AB is a line, okay. So, if a ray stands on a line, if a ray stands on a, DC is a ray which stands on a line, then sum of 2 angles so formed will be equal to 180 degree. That is, see, AB is a line, so CD is a ray which stands on a line, then 2 angles will be formed, then the sum of 2 angles so formed will be equal to 180 degree. That is, in this case, angle ADC plus angle BDC is equal to 180 degree. Okay, next, this is a linear pair. Already we know that. So, but what axiom 1 states? On a line, when a ray stands and 2 angles will be formed, the angle so formed will be the sum of angles so formed will be equal to 180 degree. Next, axiom 2. So in this, if the sum of 2 adjacent angle is 180 degree, the sum of 2 adjacent angle is 180 degree, then the non-common arms of the angles form a line. What does it mean? See, if AB is a line, and there is a ray, let CD be a ray. See, if the sum of these 2 angles, if sum of these 2 adjacent angle is equal to 180 degree, then what are non-common arms? See, ACD and BCD are adjacent angles, then AC and BC are non-common arms. So if these 2 angles, the sum of these 2 angles, if it is equal to 90 degree, then these 2 non-common arms will form a line. See, that is, if angle ACD plus angle BCD, if it is equal to 180 degree, if it is equal to, the sum of 2 adjacent angle is equal to 180 degree, then the 2 non-common arms, that is AC plus CB is equal to AB. So these 2 non-common arms will form a line. That is the meaning of axiom 2. Okay. Now we will go through the theorem. The theorem states that if 2 lines intersect each other, then vertically opposite angles are equal. So whenever I talk about theorem, we need to prove. So I'm going to prove it. The proof part. See, let AB and CD intersect at O. Let AB intersect at O. Let AB and CD are the two lines and they are intersecting at O. Now I need to prove what I need to prove. Angle AOD is equal to angle BOC because they are opposite, vertically opposite. Next, angle DOB is equal to angle AOC. So now what I do, since CD is a line and AO lies on CD. So angle AOD plus angle AOC is equal to 180 degree because they form a linear pair. Next, I'll call it as equation 1. Next, AB is a line, OC lies on it. OC lies on AB. Then, so what can I write? Angle AOC plus angle BOC is equal to angle AOC plus angle BOC because OC lies on line AP. So from the previous axiom, what we can write? Angle AOC plus angle BOC is equal to 180 degree. So I'll call it as equation 2. From 1 and 2, what can I write? Angle AOD plus angle AOC is equal to angle AOC plus, because 180 they are equal, I can equate the equations. See, angle AOC plus angle BOC, AOC, then get cancels. See, AOD is equal to BOC. Okay, similarly we can prove angle BOD is equal to angle AOC. So I'll consider first example. In figure, lines PQ and RS intersect each other at point O. If POR, angle POR is to angle ROQ is equal to 5:7, find all the angles. See, we know that PQ is a line and OR lies on it. If OR lies on it, what we can write? Angle POR plus angle ROQ is equal to 180 degree. Why? Because it is a linear pair. Next, what is given to us? Angle POR is to angle ROQ is equal to 5:7. Or else, what can I write? Angle POR 5 plus 7, 12. So 12 will be at the denominator. Angle POR is equal to 5 by 12 into 180. 5 by 12. See, angle POR plus ROQ put together, it is 180. And in this, POR share is 5. POR 5 parts, ROQ 7 parts. So total parts will come at the denominator, and this individual part will come at the numerator. So for POR, its share is 5 parts, 5 divided by 10 into 180 degree. So 6 2s are 12, 6 3s are 18. Now 2 1s are 2 15s are. So 15 5s are 75 degree. Okay. Then ROQ is equal to, either you subtract 180 minus 75, or else 7 divided by 12 into 180. So 6 2s are 6 3s are 7 3s are 20, 2 1s are 2 15s are 15 7s are 105. That is POR is equal to 75 degree and ROQ is equal to how much? 105 degree. Now angle POR is equal to angle SOQ. Can I write? Yes, I can write, because they are vertically opposite angle, which is equal to 75 degree, because vertically opposite angles. Okay, next angle ROQ is equal to angle ROQ is equal to angle POS. Angle POS, which is equal to 105 degree, because they are vertically opposite angles. Okay, so what was the question? What was asked us to calculate? Find all the angles. So there are 4 angles. Okay, 1 2 3 4. See, angle POR is equal to angle SOQ is equal to 75 degree. Angle ROQ is equal to angle POS is equal to 105 degree. That's it. We found the value of 4 angles. Example 2. In figure is a figure. Ray OS stands on a line POQ. Ray OR and OT are angle bisectors of angle POS and SOQ respectively. If POS is X, then find ROT. See, in this figure, POQ is a line and OS is a ray standing on it. There are 2 angles, POS and SOQ. So that pair is equal to 180 degree. And one more statement they made, what it is? OR and OT are the 2 rays which bisects the 2 angles. Which angles? That is POS. OR bisects POS, that is angle bisector, means it is going to bisect the angle into 2 equal halves. See, if it is 60 degree, this angle is 120 degree, then POR is equal to 60 degree, ROS is equal to 60 degree. In that way, it is going to bisect the angle. So OT is bisecting SOQ. Now, what is given to us? Angle POS plus angle SOQ is equal to 180 degree. Why? Because linear pair. It's a linear pair. And one more thing they have given, angle POS is equal to 180 is equal to X. It is X. Then now, since angle POS is X, then angle SOQ will be 180 minus X, 180 degree minus X. Now, what we want, they asked us to calculate ROT. How can we get the ROT? ROT is equal to ROS plus SOT. If we know the value of ROS and SOT, if we add them together, we will get ROT. So we need to get the value of ROS first. Angle ROS, since RO is an angle bisector, So ROS is equal to half of this angle, that is ROS is equal to x divided by 2. Next, I need to calculate SOT. What will be SOT then? Angle SOT will be half of this angle, half of SOQ, that is half of angle SOQ, that is 1 by 2 into 180 minus x, that will be equal to 180 divided by 2, that is 90 degree, minus x by 2. Now, if I add angle ROS plus angle RSOT is equal to, what is ROS? X by 2. What is SOT? What is SOT? That is 90 minus plus 90 minus x by 2. Now, angle ROS plus SOT is nothing but ROS. Angle ROS plus SOT is nothing but ROT. So instead of ROS plus SOT, what I can write? Angle ROT is equal to this x by 2, this x by 2 will get cancelled, 90 degree. That's it. Okay. Example 3, in figure, OP, OQ, OR and OS are 4 rays. OP, OQ, OR and OS are the 4 rays. Prove that angle POQ plus angle QOR plus angle SOR plus angle POS is equal to 360 degree. So before we begin, we need to produce any of the ray so as to make it a line. What I'll do, I'll produce, either you can produce PO to some other, see, if you produce PO, you can produce it to some extent and we can call it by some other name. What I'm doing is, I will produce QO to the backwards, so to form a line. So PO, OQ, let us produce OQ till T. So let us produce OQ to form a line TOQ. Now, so what can I write now? So this will form a linear pair, that is angle TOP plus angle POQ, this angle plus this angle. See, on the line there is one ray, so when I add two angles, it should be equal to 180 degree from axiom 1. So next, I will call it as equation 1. Next, angle TOS plus angle SOQ is equal to 180 degree. I will call it as equation 2 because it is going to form one more linear pair. Now, this SOQ can be written as, angle SOQ can be written as angle SOR plus ROQ. SOR plus ROQ. So I am going to replace it in equation number 2, that is angle TOS plus, in place of SOQ I am going to replace it with angle SOR plus angle ROQ, which is equal to 180 degree. So I will call it as equation 3. I am going to add 1 plus, add 1, 2 and 3. So what I'll get? Angle TOP, sorry, add equation 1 and 3. Add equation 1 and 3. Angle TOP plus angle POQ plus angle TOS plus angle SOR plus angle ROQ. Now this will be equal to 180 plus 180. 180 degree. TOP plus angle TOS. Angle TOP plus TOS, what we can write? Angle TOP plus angle TOS, instead of this, what we can write? Angle POS. So TOP plus TOS is equal to angle POS plus angle POQ plus angle SOR plus angle ROQ is equal to 180 plus 180 is nothing but 360 degree. So what was asked us to calculate? See, POQ plus QOR plus SOR plus PO is equal to 360 degree. The same thing we proved. Same thing we have proved. That's it.